Hello and welcome to the 2023 Waco Annual Charity Open. This is round 2 of 3. We're going to go to the front 9 at the Beast right on the Brazos River. I'm Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb. And we're your two hotkeys.
Honk. We get to watch some different faces on this lead card today.
Some of the same, some new.
Yeah, I'm excited because the Beast, like Paige said in her interview earlier, anyone can win.
Yeah.
Anyone can win.
And it doesn't always feel like that.
No.
Yeah.
And any hole can be birdied and any hole can be double bogeyed. So it's very exciting. It causes a roller coaster at any time. Don't forget, there's 50% off at JomezPro.com on Innova. There's some other sales as well, and it ends this weekend, so go check it out.
Absolutely. All right, Brazos Park in Waco. It's a par 67, 7,677 feet. It's the number 3 course in Texas. Lots of people come here to play this event. It's had a lot of unique winners as well. Valerie Mandujano last year in particular. Big thanks to UDISC for the stats and helping us do what we do and helping fans follow along at home.
I feel like every hole's a score separator out here. We saw that stat, but unless you have a forehand and a backhand like Kristen, look at her parking 28% of the holes with both of those skills.
Course record 9 down.
Yeah, and we got to watch that in round 1. If you haven't watched, go check it out. Ella Hansen, 61% circle 1.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Strokes gained tee to green, 7.
That is just insane. And you have to shoot a thou wow out here to get on lead card.
Thou wow.
That's just how it goes.
Wow, I love that. Deann Carey.
Putting machine.
Yeah, she's won some Silver Series. She's a really solid player. Second in Circle 1X putting. 991 rated yesterday. She shot a 4 down, I believe.
And Hailey, you guys know her. We love her. 100% scramble. She can get out of any situation in the woods, and you will have to at the Beast.
I guess a little resting and just taking time off from disc golf did something good to me. And also I feel like I didn't have any pressure on my shoulders because I knew I had nothing to prove to anyone. So maybe that helped.
Honestly, didn't feel too good about that round, but walking off the course felt good. You know, I managed to keep my attitude pretty well.
For the most part, I was really happy with how I was throwing.
Pretty much everything. I was putting them really close to the basket. I just put a new approach disc in my bag 2 days ago, I believe. And so that was just, every time I threw it, it was right under the basket.
For the most part, I'm throwing mids and putters and trying to keep it controlled in the fairway. You know, it's just about hitting lines, and it's an interesting challenge to go from the open to the woods and back in.
Season is just starting for me, so I'm trying to not injure myself again. So just really controlled shots is the name of the game for me.
I feel like I'm doing good. I just got to connect on my putts.
Keep it in the fairway and make your putts.
There's nothing to really complain about. Ideal conditions to score well. As you said, course record, I didn't even know that. I mean, it's perfect.
It was perfect and fun to watch. Hailey would complain about a 991.
Right.
Oh yeah, I could have done better. With that, let's start on hole 1. It's played as the 4th most difficult hole of the day. Isn't that crazy to start off like that?
I mean, look at it though.
Yeah, we had
a little nervy.
We had a left to right crosswind / headwind. You have to cross through all those briars, and it is out of bounds. And try not to turn your disc over to the right over the out of bounds advertisement wall. There's out of bounds on the left with the sidewalk. It's only sub 300, 291 feet, but it's tough to get to with such a touchy shot.
Mm-hmm. And almost exactly the opposite wind of yesterday as well. Kristen throwing a Royal Grand Glory forehand. As long as the wall catches that, it's fine. Too high. It's going to probably be in circle 2 for a par save putt.
The green slopes downhill from left to right, and you want to just throw a hyzer and crash into that green, but there's a tree on the right that just doesn't let that hyzer line happen. This is the most common error, I would say, besides hitting all of those little vines. It's just turfing it right into the safe area and just leaving yourself a longer approach.
Deann, new to Lone Star discs. Not really sure what she is throwing, unfortunately, but it's really good.
Yeah, throwing them like she knows them.
She probably put that one in the bag before this round, based on her interview. Hailey leaving it a little short as well. par doesn't feel too bad on this one. As long as you get out the gap, it's like, okay, you know, we can do this. Ella, the touchy little forehand, and skips just outside the bullseye.
It was way warmer today. 20 degrees warmer.
Yeah, it got
from yesterday.
hot at the end of the round.
Yeah, it was muggy and early. Lots of mist and dew. Looks like it's dried up a little bit here. Hailey in the bullseye for par. Kristen to save par from out of bounds. Whew. Had everything it needed and more.
Ella with kind of that confidence building first putt. You make one of those, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm here, I can do it, but you miss it and it can be tough to bounce back from.
Deann just outside the bullseye, and only 3 people parked this hole, so she's throwing with the best right now on hole 1.
Yeah, way to come out swinging. Kristen with, I believe, only the second bogey of the tournament for her so far.
39% of the field getting bogeys on hole 1 today.
Oof, ouch.
Yep. And 2 of our lead card members. Deann coming out hot already, gaining a stroke on both of the people above her. That's a good way to come. Hole 2 is a birdie hole as well.
Yes, you start kind of throwing uphill and then back down. There's a right side cart path delineating the out of bounds. The sidewalk on the left comes into play and wraps around the backside of this elevated pin. As you get closer, you can see this is a great graphic to show. Usually you throw a backhand into the middle. It usually leaves a very straight backhand or a sidearm to the pin. I think sidearm is preferable, but of course it depends on where you land. If you make a mistake, you want it to err to the left.
And it was just a ripping headwind here. It was
you
gusty.
can see the flags back there.
Yeah, it was gusty in typical Texas fashion, but I mean, it would blow your hat off sometimes. It was blowing so hard.
Yeah, so you see a lot of women stabling up and ending up on that left side. Hailey, super strong, ripping a destroyer, getting way up there on the right side.
Hailey throwing those max weights that just cut through the wind.
Kristen with a rive, a little on that left side. Some of these fairway trees can be a little tricky when you're over there.
And it's never fun to throw on that slope.
Ella with a DD3. Oh.
Probably one of the few holes we'll see her pulling out a driver.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, she caught a branch, but still got way up there. Deann's second shot. Hits the one tree she really needed to avoid.
This is, again, one of the top 3 easiest holes on the course.
Yeah, this one feels awful to par.
Kristen cutting it close, but squeaking through a little low. It looks like she slid up to somewhere in Circle 2 land. Maybe a little farther.
Look how far Ella is.
After hitting a branch.
Hitting a branch, yeah. She almost got as far as Hailey's.
That's dumb.
Uh-huh. It's just outside the bullseye for a birdie. Hailey with just an absolute smash.
Oh
almost in putting range. That's
so
nuts.
Impressive. They're throwing so far. Oh. And Deann's third shot just up around the bullseye. 33% of the field taking a birdie.
Kristen not even going to mess around with that one. Just going to take the par.
Hailey with a no-nonsense birdie.
She hates nonsense. That's why she never smiles.
Deann with a nice par save. Ella for her birdie as well. Yep. Thanks to everyone who came out today, man. The spectatorship was awesome. My tee time was so early, and there were still people hanging out watching.
Yeah, totally.
They're out there with the sun just to watch some FPO disc golf, and we love it.
We do. Also, if you don't know this and you see us on the course, give us a honk. We love that in person.
Also tell us that you appreciate us. We also love that.
No, honks only.
Hole 3. They planted some new little baby trees with the wood chips around them, and they certainly changed your game plan. Everyone used to go big hyzer and try to crash into this hill or maybe get up in the flat, but now I think straight is the line. There's some forehand or turnover lines as well, but you really have a sharp angle away from the basket before you have to turn over or get the forehand skip, and it just adds so much distance to the hole. So I think we'll see most people going straight at it or tangoing with those little trees like we see Hailey. You have to go just over the top, and there's some low-hanging branches, and the gap is there. It's just really squashed.
It's tight. Yeah, squash is the technical term for sure. In this headwind, it took quite a bit of power to find the circle today. Probably closer to 340, 350.
Yeah, maybe even more.
Yeah.
It was
but
really
on like a pure hyzer, you know. Everyone taking the same line so far. Deann turns hers over and finds a little baby tree guy. As those grow up, they are going to be so in the way.
Mm-hmm. This hole's going to be so different.
And this is what I think we're going to see more and more of, this kind of inside gap. Hard to push it straight enough to park it, but Kristen sure makes it look pretty easy, as she likes to do.
Deann just trying to get it close here on her second shot. This elevated basket can prove difficult, especially with the skippy green.
Whoa.
Yeah, that came in hot.
It looked like a perfect line. Just a lot of speed. Ella just gonna lay it up.
For birdie.
Great bid.
Just wrapped around the basket. There's 15% of the field with birdies today. That's blowing my mind. That's 8 birdies.
Huh, and the
like this
headwind.
one's tough to get.
Yeah.
And we're watching like 3 big distance players here having a hard time get there.
Deann coming back outside the circle for a par. Misses right. Gets a mean little roll.
Love the hard bid, though. Love seeing players being aggressive on these elevated baskets.
Can't stay on lead card if you're not attacking, you know?
And great comebacker with that crosswind.
Gosh. She just doesn't get rattled easily.
Mm-mm.
Also, I think she's wearing a shirt that was like my 90s wallpaper on my
at every hotel you ever went
home
to.
PC, yeah.
And a couple or 3 other pars. Deann with the unfortunate bogey. This is the last open hole we get to see for a while. We're heading into the woods where the beast shows its teeth. The beast. And Hailey will jump over Deann with that little score swing.
This looks perfect. Off the basket. Now it's rolling. It's headed for the OB. This needs to sit. Oh my goodness. It's safe. Right on the line. She's going to have about a 30-foot putt for the win. Okay, here we go. The putt is up. Boom, it's in. Strong side with authority. What an incredible moment. Yes.
Hole 4. Coming into the woods, just so tight. You have the one fairway tree that's really easy to hit. You see a lot of conservative putters and mid-ranges, but you sometimes see the aggressive fairway play to get all the way to this corner here. And then you can play often a forehand or a very gentle backhand turnover to this pin, and then it's an easy birdie, folks. There's no drop off behind the pin into the river. There's just no worries at all.
Yeah,
the woods are easy to get out of. I'm just kidding. Early left is probably the worst mistake you could make.
On the course.
Yeah.
No, these woods are some of the thickest that we play all day. I swear. They're insane.
If Hailey can save a par from there, it'll be unfreaking believable. And this is also in trouble from Ella. The corner of doom, I think you called it yesterday,
Yes.
which
I stand by that statement.
the city of Waco should really make a sign and put it there. It's absolutely true.
Kristen, a little early, but she gets a little bounce. She's going to be tucked to the right side, which makes it a lot harder to approach the green and give yourself any sort of putt. She'll probably just be playing for par here.
Yeah, she's in a good spot to play for par. Absolutely. See if Deann can show us the landing area.
Ooh, that thing had some glide.
Right of the tree, and she's in a good spot.
A little more of a straighter disc than most people throw on this. This plate is the most difficult hole of the day.
Mm-hmm. So Hailey is way back here trying to work the flex forehand and pushes too straight.
And that's a hard shot to recover for par from the tee. So on your second shot, she's going to have some fighting to do.
I think everyone's landed here. Like, everyone knows exactly what's happening and just going, ooh.
Oh, gosh.
She's fine. She can step out forehand from there. This is where having a forehand is so important to be able to step out of the rough and still execute a quality shot. And
wow.
Ooh, that was a great
Yeah.
shot. That tree really makes you think. I think you want to go outside of it, but sometimes you're forced to go the smaller inside gap.
And even with such a great forehand that like what Ella has, it still is so hard to get to this green from there.
Yeah. Let's see if Kristen can make it look easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice, tight, skippy forehand.
She'll be in circle 2 with a long look for birdie.
Likely laying up, though, because there really is a pretty steep drop-off if you come in with too much speed.
Layups don't get you on lead card.
All right.
Didn't you just say that?
I mean,
I'm just
I
kidding.
didn't say that
it is
verbatim.
A sketchy, it is a sketchy putt. Deann, after a nice long glidey backhand, look how far down the fairway she is.
It looked like a faster speed disc. I think she was going aggressive. She overturns this forehand into the woods. Hopefully she can scramble for par.
I wonder if she was trying to flex it around the right side.
Yeah,
there's a play there.
Kind of what it seemed like based on the flight, but who's to say?
Hailey putting some air under the disc and just buzzing the basket.
Yeah, stays close though.
That's a nice little backboard. It doesn't happen every time.
No, it happens almost none of the time.
Yeah.
Kristen, not laying up because that's for losers, right? That's what we say. Just kidding. That was great. A par feels great on this one.
Layups are for losers.
Yeah.
Cool. You heard it here first. God.
Wow.
Another forehand roller on this very short par 4, and that is pretty normal. Ella pitching up her 4th shot. She'll be settling for the bogue. There was only 2 birdies on the day today. Kat Murch and Juliana Corver both got 3s.
Nice.
Man,
And that
one feels good.
has that kind of, eagle feel. The beagle. Hailey in for bogey. Back to even par.
Thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Always.
Deann settling for the bogey as well.
Yeah, bummer with that great drive. If you're going to bogey any hole on this course, though, and it's this one, you're like, all right, okay.
52% of the field taking a bogey over, so you're not losing strokes to the field here. And Kristen still with a 2-stroke lead here.
No green yet, though.
Nope. Just keeping it in the fairway, and that'll work. That'll work to an extent at the Beast. Hole 5, 264, and this one I think is a musket personally. Slightly uphill. You just want to throw something really straight. I kind of like something a little bit faster because if you burn one into this hill, it gets a really nice reaction usually and puts you up on top and at least gives you a putt. You don't want to go early right or left, but right is the absolute worst case scenario.
Yeah. Kristen throwing an Opto Claymore. She absolutely parked this one yesterday, and yesterday she did the same wide turning play. Today a little bit too wide, gets caught up.
There's a lot more room to recover from over there. We'll see what she has to work with. Hailey, hyzer flipping.
Yeah, is a star a disc?
No, that's plastic.
This is Halo Star. I don't know what that is. Thanks, Hailey.
It could be her Hawkeye. I feel like that I could see her throwing that, or maybe a mid. But lots of hyzer flip. Ella getting tangled up on the right side, but thankfully kicking out. She'll be in the open with a long putt for birdie.
Deann just sent me the disc list, so thank you, Deann. This is a Bravo Frio, which is not a call sign in a jet. That's a disc.
And Deann making this look easy compared to everyone else. Really clean shot right into the magic hill.
Kristen pinned up against a tree. There's a really solid approach shot from where she was.
Ella with an anhyzer look at the basket from around the edge of circle 2.
A little outside, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's far. She just gets it up on the flat.
Hailey not giving the camera people time to record her shot.
Ella leaving herself some room.
Well, yeah, leaving definitely more than you want.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit off, though. Oh, man.
Yeah, little fluffed on the left. Oh, what a mean little roll, too. I just thought it'd be right there.
Solid as a rock. Nice par after that unfortunate scenario. 25% of the field getting a birdie here, and we will not see any birdies on our lead card. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I think between 5 and 6, you definitely want to get one of them, if not both.
I'm going to call it now. The whole card's going to birdie the next hole.
Okay.
I hope so.
Dollar side bet?
Yeah. God, that's a hard one. Dollar, I can do that. We're big Hailey fans in the booth here.
Lead card struggling a little bit. That's more red than we saw yesterday.
Yeah, taking some time to warm up and to wake up. It's a lot more red than you want to see on especially those first few holes. Hole 6.
Yeah, 267. It's a forehand, I think, is probably the best play, but you can definitely throw a backhand turnover with maybe a mid-range. The forehand, you kind of want to throw like a flip up or something straight that fades about 3/4 through the flight. It goes downhill, so it definitely is super reachable by everyone. I would say early, I don't know, early anything's bad. Like when you're in the woods, don't go early. If you get about halfway there, it's a pretty easy recovery for par.
And where Kristen just landed
It's horrible.
Is rough.
It's really bad. I was trying to decide if right or left is worse, and they both are worse.
Right is terrible.
Yeah.
I was there. I know.
Yeah, I've been there. I know.
No one wants to go there.
And this is a little yanked from Hailey, but she's far enough where par should hopefully be like not too difficult.
She can just jump putt to the green from there.
Pretty much.
Deann opting for the backhand. Love this. Oh, man, that's pretty.
This is an Alpha BB6, which is not a Star Wars robot. It's a disc.
I can't wait to learn these. Yeah, let's watch this again.
Yes.
That was too good.
So pretty.
An Alpha BB6. Is that a putter? It looks a little puttery.
Maybe.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty.
Lone Star is a little new to the scene, so we are learning along with all of you.
Yeah, we mean no disrespect. We're just clueless.
Whoa. That was like really hyzered and kind of low out of Ella's hand, but she's far enough to hopefully make an easy par.
I think some of these holes...
Whoa.
Oof. Some of these holes you play a little touchy because you know if you put it up high, you get that reaction into no man's land where Kristen's hanging.
Oh, God. Yeah. She's in a horrible... I don't even know where this is anymore. She's getting kind of close.
She's next to the fairway of a different hole.
Oh, God. Yeah. Hailey pitching up and skipping a little farther than you want. There's some kind of obstructions over there.
I'm kind of surprised she went with that forehand there. Ella, she kept it low, but look, she's got a pretty straightforward up and down to the green. There's some trees in the way, but she can just jump putt it.
Or run putt it. Oh.
Oh, no. And that's...
There's a...
I don't remember how far away that tree is.
That tester, I'm sure it's at least 20. Kristen for a double. Man, you do not see Kristen Tattar take very many triple bogeys, especially on such a short hole.
Yeah, this is a funny one to triple.
I mean, it just shows you that every hole has teeth, like we were saying. Usually, Kristen doesn't find them. It's all gums. I don't know. It's all easy. Ella with a nice, simple par, making good on that. Not quite a tester distance, but we've seen her be a little nervy on those earlier in the round.
And things just got interesting on the on who has the lead. Ooh, Deann sneaking a birdie in on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Gets her back to even par.
Oh, Deann kills me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Tightening up, huh?
Let's look at this.
Woohoo!
Here, wow.
Doesn't get tighter than that.
That is exciting.
Look at that math, everyone.
I'm just so surprised by bogeys on this lead card right now. I think we'll see everyone heat up a little bit.
Yeah, I failed to look at what everyone else is doing on the right, so hopefully you used your eyes and saw what's happening.
Yeah, we're just stoked about the 4 people
look
we
at
have in
there's
front
5.
of us.
They're all 5s.
Hole 7, 429 feet, and this tee shot is daunting because you have to get out of here to be able to get the birdie, and this one feels like a musket. If you go early, you're probably going to pitch your second shot out in this field. If your drive is good, you'll have a nice little straight approach shot to this basket that's right after a little ditch that can be a little bit difficult to putt from if you land down in there.
Deann with like early right. You can recover for a par from there. Hailey literally said, "Dunno," on what disc she threw. D-U-N-N-O.
It's funny because I feel like I have a pretty steady game plan of what I'm going to throw off the tee, but I guess not everyone does.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Dunno.
Dunno.
Ella catches that last tree, but gets way down there and is right in the center. And Kristen with a laser beam. She'll be a little on that right side. Hailey going big forehand. Oh my gosh. Too big. Oh, it's horrible over there.
Yeah, she definitely turned that one over, and it can be so tough to get out.
It's
There's so
dense
many vines
over there, yeah.
Deann does have an open look at her for her second shot, and she just gets it out into the field, doesn't try to bite off anything too crazy.
Yeah, that's smart. Kristen with a perfect little sidearm chip shot. I'm betting that was her harp.
This is such a fun shot to throw.
I love it. Yeah, this
from
is
anywhere in this field. It's fun.
I think
exciting.
it's my favorite hole for the upshot.
Yep. It's just exciting because we can all do it, but it's tough.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry too much because there's no out of bounds. It's just going to leave you a tough putt.
Mm-hmm. Deann fades out a little early, and there's a really gross puddle down there, so hopefully she's not in that. Ella way down here. Throws a little ultimate style forehand.
That thing had some stability.
Yeah, she's close, but obstructed.
Man, the wind was really whipping on the green, too.
Yeah, that flag tells the whole story, doesn't it?
This played is the easiest hole of the day.
Cool. Hailey chucking one out there. She's inside the circle, but with a steeply uphill putt from about 24 feet, we'll call it. No, it's more than that.
Wow.
Sick.
Even with some cabbage in the
And just
backswing.
Look at the emotion.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
Dang.
Deann.
Great run from Deann.
Yeah, she's all over that basket today.
Ella with a wide straddle for the birdie.
Nice.
Sweet.
So solid. Great birdie.
And Kristen with the absolute tap in. First birdie of the day. Let's see if that gives her some momentum.
And look at that bounce back, too. After a rough hole, getting a birdie immediately.
Man, tied at the top. Kristen, Ella, Hailey, and Deann not far behind.
And I just know that. I didn't look at the little score roundup.
I know
everyone's close.
I think, yeah. Yep. Hole 8's a par 3, shorty at 213 feet. It's really a dead straight shot. Backhand or sidearm are both doable. I said this yesterday, I think, but it really baits you into throwing a turnover and kind of hitting early right. So if you can just throw something straight and kind of scoot forward, you'll definitely have a putt. If you leave it short and then run the putt, it's a really steep drop off and can leave a really tough comebacker.
Man, that sidearm was sick.
Yeah, this is the problem though with the sidearm is the big old skip.
I just liked her form on that. It was fun to watch.
Very committed.
Kristen opting for the sidearm as well. They said, we don't want to turn our back to this little skinny fairway.
And I like this. This is a moonshine medium harp, so a little bit grabbier of plastic.
She did that yesterday too and slid it right up inside the bullseye.
Yeah, she actually didn't throw it as good as today. So.
Hailey choosing the sidearm as well. This is the play, folks. Unfortunately, kicking left, but it's fairly open over there.
And Deann gonna show us the backhand straight shot or maybe gentle turnover. A little low, get some ground play.
She's good at hitting those lines.
Yeah, gets to circle's edge. Alpha BB6 from Deann there. Hailey doesn't get out far enough.
There's a lot more vines over there than there have been in years past.
This is a risky putt too if it, catches edge and rolls downhill. Wow.
What a bid.
Bummer. That looked great.
I see why she was saying that she was unhappy with the round. No.
Yeah, I mean, when you can birdie every hole, to not have a good score, you're like, wow, what am I doing?
I left a bunch out there.
Yeah. Ella from nearly circle's edge, putting uphill for her birdie. Too low.
And Kristen going from a triple bogey to 2 birdies in a row.
Very nice.
That. Let's just erase this one off the whiteboard.
And cleaning up her par there.
Ella going to take a par as well. And Hailey, unfortunately, with another bogue.
1 to go. And no one under par for the round.
Yeah, I feel like moving day, the chase card is probably hunting right now.
Yeah.
And no one's playing good enough to be keeping the lead very well.
I smell blood. I don't know.
It's true. Hole 9, the shortest par 5 ever at 519 feet. You look at that distance and you're like, oh, just throw 100 feet 5 times and you're in, right? Wrong. This tee shot is so tough. Early left and right is rough. Your second shot in a perfect world is down in this bowl. So that you can throw the third shot to the green and tap in an easy birdie. But there's just so much to deal with in between. Lots of low-hanging branches, lots of little sticky situations you can find yourself in on the edges of the fairway.
Sticky situations, nice.
Pun intended.
Kristen with a great little turnover. Hopefully she got the favorable ground play. If nothing else, that should be an easy par, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different plays you can go on this hole. I like when people go hyper-aggressive distance driver. I also like when people take a putter and just throw it low.
You like it all.
I do. It's just whatever your game plan is, it all works. Hopefully.
Sometimes.
Hopefully.
Deann, a little early right.
But you can't look at one and be like, that's wrong.
That's
a bad idea.
I personally like low right at that tree and try to get a skip because you usually stay in the middle. Hailey catching that first tree and getting a pretty rough kick to the left. She can still par, but this shot, is important.
Trying to get the third shot down to the bowl. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's just excellent.
So good. Yeah, she could still par. Unbelievable.
Really good recovery shot.
Who even is this? Yeah, Ella.
Yeah, Ella's taking another forehand roller. That's her second one today. Welcome to the beast. And then a patent pending right after. It's like just classic. And she's down in the bowl in 3.
Great shot.
She's got the sidearm to get to the green. We'll see if she can execute.
Wow. Deann going turnover. That's where her drive got?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which, I mean, that's that guardian tree. That's only like 200 feet off the tee, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, just dead center. It's all about just staying dead center.
And Kristen almost getting down into that little valley. This needs to fade in a hurry, and it does. Beautiful. Ella's 4th. Touchy little upshot here.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, catches the last little line of trees before the green, but she'll be right around circle's edge. Hailey trying to save that par, and she blasts past the basket, but she will be inside the circle for a par putt.
Deann's 3rd. Straddling around the tree.
Ooh.
Solid little forehand.
Heck yeah.
That was tricky. Parked for a birdie. And Kristen's 3rd. Just throw it in.
Just throw it in. The 3-goal. And she's a little past as well. Her and Hailey might have to contend with some little vines or bushes on their putts. Ella 4 par.
Sweet
So
par
solid.
save. Wow.
Yeah, so solid. She's looking so confident on the green.
Hailey trying to save par as well. Bummer. Right side chains falls out. Kristen a little obstructed. No problem.
Mm-hmm. Pokes right through.
3 birdies in a row. Not bad finishing with the turkey.
There were 2 eagles on the day. Owen Scoggins and Paige Shue getting 3s.
Let's go, Own.
Heck yeah. Let's go, Paige.
And whatever
too.
Paige's catchphrase is, yeah.
And Kristen back in the lead just by 2. Ella playing super solid. It's really no one's game right now.
No, it's no one's game.
Hailey falling off just a little bit, but she can birdie every hole in the back 9. We're through 9, folks.
Check it out. Owen Scoggins 4 down.
Look at Paige. She's climbed into 4th place as a tie with Ella.
And Anakin Steen.
Let's see here. Lisa Fakis shooting a great round. 4 down through 11.
Erika 5 down.
4 down through 11.
Stop
it. Everyone's under par, folks. Good.
Alexis Mandahano 4 down. You see a lot more people go over par as well. There's a mix.
Yeah. Top 20 is under par is the way to be. And yeah, that's the front 9. We got 9 more holes. We got a couple more in the woods, and then we're all open, and it was windy today. So tune in. A lot could change. Thanks again to the Founders Club. You guys are the best. We appreciate you very much. Jomez appreciates you very much, as they have for years. We'll hang out for 9 more holes. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk.